So happy Monday, and this is the beginning of what we call Holy Week. And this week, as we journey through the week with Jesus, I'm going to ask you, don't focus on the content as much as you take the opportunity to commune with Jesus this week. Listen to what happened in His life. Think about what's happening in your life. Listen to what God may be saying to you through the actions of Jesus. So today, after you finish watching this video, I would encourage you to take just a few moments and read Luke chapter 19, verses 45 through 48. This is Jesus clearing the temple, running the sellers out of the temple courts. Now in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, this appears during Holy Week. John's gospel records this at the very beginning of the gospel, because John wants Jesus to be introduced with a splash that here is somebody that is bringing about real change between humanity and their relationship with God. So think about what Jesus does here. The temple is a place that represented God's presence, and people, instead of coming to the temple to meet with God, are making money. And He wants to drive anything out of the temple that interferes with practicing the presence of God. So think about this. If you look at the entire Bible, there are several different objects and people that are said to contain God's presence. There's the tabernacle in the wilderness as Moses travels. There's the temple in Jerusalem that Jesus is in at this moment. God's presence is in Christ Himself. New Testament goes on to say that Christ's presence is in the church and in individual believers. And it's those last two I want you to think about. Is there anything happening in your church that is a distraction from Jesus? Is there anything that is being permitted to occupy your life that is distracting you from the Lord? As Jesus cleared the temple, which represented the presence of God, so we need to drive out anything from our own lives that might interfere with our connection, with our practicing the presence of God in today's world. So today, this Monday, would you allow Jesus to step into the courts of your life and drive out anything and everything there that doesn't need to be there, so that your life will be to a place of God's presence and a place of prayer?